All right, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Week 5 Rings End Fantasy League Breakdown. I'm Vinny,
I'm Nicholas.
and we're going to break it down. You might be wondering, where's Brian for this substitution week? Well, he had to go take care of his kid. Cares more about his family than our fantasy league.
Kind of sad.
Probably why, he's 1-3.
Makes sense.
We'll get to his matchup later. Rip him apart. Anyways, we're going to get right to it. No bullshit. We might raise the bar up a little bit. We'll see. So, get right into it. So, we have Vinny versus Vinny. The fake Vinny versus the real Vinny. Obviously, I'm the fake one because the real one could never draft a good team.
That's very accurate, actually. I mean, look at this thing.
All right. So, we have Kirk Cousins versus Matt Ryan. Ooh. Yeah, quarterbacks aren't looking too hot.
See, it's not really fair because, I mean, I'm biased on this.
Yeah.
Being a Vikings fan,
Vikings fan or not,
I really
Kirk
think
Cousins.
Kirk is going to do terrible against the Bears. Just historically, he has. But I don't know. Maybe things will change.
Jefferson's tough. I had both of these quarterbacks at one point in time. Vinny, you could have Cordero back if you want him. I don't need him anymore. Had my good weeks with him. He's yours. Send me a trade. I don't know. Kirk, because he's on my team. I mean, Denver's a little bit better than Chicago. They haven't really seen anybody yet, at least that I'm thinking of. So I'm going to take Kirk Cousins. I mean, it's not by much either. Maybe a point.
Yeah, honestly, I would have to agree as well, just because Matt Ryan is playing against the Broncos. They still have a pretty decent defense, and it's not like it used to be. But I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins on this.
And your running backs are, you take this one, Vinny, by a lot. Most of my starting running backs, they're in wheelchairs right now. So I got a couple rookies, and the dude has been injured for the last 2 years. He's got a questionable. Oh, his chest is hurt. That sounds about right for J.K. Dobbins, but yeah, I mean, McCaffrey and Pierce, I think he's going to have a rough week against Jacksonville. A little biased.
Personally, I think you might be shocked with Richardson. It's Steven. Is it Stevenson? Rather,
Stevenson.
Yeah, Ramondre. I apologize. I got his name wrong.
He's going against Detroit. I mean, and he has looked good. I hate how they.
Detroit's defense is 32nd in the league currently. So
that's what I'm saying.
But then you have the Houston running back over here who is trending upward currently. Fantasy-wise, he's probably one of the top prospects for a running back. He's doing a lot better than people thought. So I'm giving it to the real Vinny. But, 100%. Don't sleep on your own running backs.
No, they'll be okay, but they're not like that. Wide receivers, Jefferson, Pittman versus CD and McLaurin. Okay, yeah, I got that. So most weeks I'm probably
CD is questionable. He actually might not play. We're not certain yet. He did not participate today. So
did he really? He sat out?
Yeah, I actually just got the notification from Ian Rappaport.
Yeah, that's pretty
gonna
tough.
hurt him.
I mean, and he's playing the Rams too. That's brutal.
And McLaurin's really not a factor. He's not Scary Terry with broken Carson Wentz throwing him the ball. I mean, what do you expect? That was stupid to draft him. I told everyone stay away from the Washington players unless it's Doxson. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Terry's tough. Yeah, I'll take this one. I got wide receivers.
Fake Vinny definitely takes the receivers on this one.
Tight end. I don't know. Everett's good, but that's just because of Herbert. He's been going off, especially with Keenan in his leg. I hope he stays out. It'll benefit me. I'll take the tight ends. Flex.
I think it's kind of a wash with the tight ends personally, but that's
pretty bad if you don't have Kelsey or Mark Andrews. Olave versus Wilson, they're probably gonna break even. Miami versus Seattle, I'll take it.
Yeah, another wash in my opinion.
Little bias, but both are okay. Rookies.
His defense. Real Vinny's defense with the Buccaneers is going to definitely
442.
take this.
Nah. Okoa just got here.
Great.
Okay.
One's in 4 and one's in 1.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it. Still got stuff to do around here, unlike you guys in Stratford. Kickers, no one really cares about kickers. It's like 6
they real?
points. Mm.
So for our predictions, I guess.
I'm going to take it a step further. I think we'll do scores too. I'm going to win this game 124 to 114.
124.
Oh yeah, I spent the lunch break breaking this down. Matchups, a little biased, but
I think you could win it 120 to like 118. I think it is going to be very, very close.
nah, I'll be okay.
But my biggest factor would be if CD Lamb actually does play. If he doesn't, you're cracking maybe 90 points. I think that's fair. He'll get 90.
Yeah, CD, we're taking too long. We're having too much fun. You guys doubted the banter. That's a bad choice. So we have Root versus Nicholas.
Myself.
Small Digs versus Bosamine. Trevor versus Herbert. I like Trevor. And the Texans suck. Divisional matchup. I think at home too. Oh wait, but
Herbert's playing the Cleveland Browns. I feel like
a little pressure.
if the Falcons can beat the Browns, Herbert should be able to put up 40 points.
Yeah,
minimum.
Maybe.
So
I don't know. Their line's back. Miles Garrett's healthy. Their D line looked good last week too, from what I saw, even without him. So he's just the X factor. I love Trevor. I'll go Trevor. Root's got this for quarterback. You probably go yourself.
yeah, I'm gonna be biased on this one and say nothing against Trevor, but
okay. Running backs: Jones and Sanders versus Kamara and Pollard. I mean, it was pretty washed running backs.
okay. Well,
Aaron
I wouldn't
Jones,
necessarily
Kamara.
agree with that.
Kamara hasn't played in like 2 weeks.
They said,
and he
the
hasn't
report
been
was that
looking
Kamara is going to be the old Kamara, so we will see that.
That's what they said before the draft too.
That's fair.
I mean, so it's pretty much Pollard versus Jones. I don't think Sanders is going to do well this week. Probably be okay. I mean,
Pollard probably will have more touches if CD is not in the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but he's also playing the Rams too.
Yeah,
that
which means
defense
Zeke
is
could get hurt
there.
potentially, and then Pollard will carry more
Yeah.
load. I don't know. We'll see.
Rooting for an ankle injury.
I mean, if it happens,
Yeah.
it'll be sad.
I don't know. I think I'll go Root again. I think Aaron Jones is just a better running back overall. Sanders probably did break even, but
Well, I'm going to go with my running backs. I mean, this really isn't really a fair matchup in my opinion. My team will be favored to win regardless. If you look at my roster, it has a ton of depth. But
you're the third best team in our store, statistically speaking.
well, I mean, you got some bad weeks. Unfortunately, injuries barring that. This week, I should be fine.
All right. Wide receivers? Oh, yeah.
I think I take the cake on that one.
Diggs and A.J. Brown versus Sutton and Kirk. They'll do all right. They definitely will, but, I mean, you're going against, the top 10 receivers, 2 of them.
Yeah.
So that's without a doubt. Nick takes that one for sure. Tight ends, you do have Waller, Jared, and pretty good.
But Higbee has also been, as of this last game,
and they're
clearly.
playing Dallas, too. That's okay. But, I mean, Waller probably. The dude's just overall higher targets, higher quality, different breed. But as of late, I mean, Raiders are definitely not what we thought they were going to be. That's for sure.
That's fair. For the flex, I'm sure you guys will notice this. I went with a Packer, which I don't really like to do in the first place, but this kid is going to go off. I'm predicting 21 points from him this week against the Giants. Sorry, but I really think the Giants are going to get whopped this week, and he'll be a big part of that.
All right. I mean, Mike Williams, if Herbert does well, he probably will too, to some degree. So it's kind of going to kill you there. Dubes, I do like Green Bay against the Giants. I'm still thinking about putting Lazard in myself, but the Browns, the Giants, I have probably give you the flex. It's pretty close, though. It's not going to be like drastic
And the Giants'
difference.
offense is kind of falling apart, so
Yeah.
they're not even going to be out there much. the Packers offense should be out probably. I'd say more than half of the snaps will be going to Aaron Rodgers throughout that entire game. So.
Yeah, so they're just going to run it. Aaron Jones, baby.
Hopefully not.
49ers defense, they're disgusting. It's just no
Playing
point.
Carolina, I'll give him that one, honestly.
They dropped like 20 points last week. That's from a defense. Oh, my God. He's going to do better than Pollard. Kickers, no one cares. So I think I'm going to take Jared.
I'm going to take myself with 132 points to Jared's. I'd say like maybe 118 if you can crack that.
All right. I'm taking you 131 to 126. I like your matchups. I think you're going to go off. It's a good one. So move on to No-Show Chris and Nick P. A few weeks ago I would have said this matchup was probably garbage, but Chris has smoked the both of us with an auto-drafted team and a defensive kicker in the first 3 rounds, so I don't really have anything to say. I mean, Nick,
that's actually crazy when you think about it, because Brian Morrison was a big part of this team being built, but he couldn't even build his own.
He drafted a better team for Chris.
It's wild.
Yeah. That's pretty lucky. I mean, Bill's defense is disgusting. They're doing better than both of my running backs have.
I'd say against Pittsburgh, that defense.
Yeah, they're going to smoke him. That rookie doesn't know what he's in for. So Hurts versus Kyler. Hurts, 100%.
Yeah, I'm going with Hurts.
He's probably the best fantasy quarterback. I mean, besides like Lamar, Josh Allen. He's good for at least a
rushing touchdown.
And probably 60 rushing yards. Not close. I'll give Chris this one. No show. Running backs, Najee and Zeke versus Connor and Jacobs. That's not a great.
Again, I'm giving this to Chris, even though I think the Najee cancels out just because they're going against Buffalo's defense, and obviously Chris has that, so that's not going to be great for him in that sense. I mean, if Najee can get a rushing touchdown, that would be good for him.
I don't know. But Bills their defense looks unstoppable. I mean, Connor going against the Eagles, they've been pretty good, and Kansas City's been all right with running back. I think I'm going to go Nick for running backs.
I just don't trust Jacobs. I've had him in the past, and he always let me down. So
that's fair. But he's not doing terrible this year.
We'll see.
To be honest with you.
Luckily, Nick double dips with having a Raider running back and wide receiver.
They both do.
So, do they actually?
Yeah, Najee, Devontae.
Oh, wow, you're right. They do.
All right, interesting strategy, gentlemen.
Wow.
I like it. I mean, if we go to receivers, I think Allen Robinson's killed you this year. He has not done really anything. It's kind of disappointing. I figured he would have went off. Deontay T. Higgins, I think I'll give it to Nick. I mean, Devontae's just going to get more targets, catches. He'll be higher above, but Allen Robinson's probably going to kill you.
I think T. Higgins is going to go off. He's been
he
doing really well.
Has. He's doing better than Jamar Chase.
Who's that?
Yeah. Scrub rookie.
Had one good year, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think Deontay's going to do much against Buffalo.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think Nick for wide receivers and tight ends. Kittle versus Ertz. Probably.
Was Kittle even at the game this past week? Because I'm pretty sure he was non-existent at all. And I mean, I guess you are going against Carolina, so it's a very different game here. But I mean, I don't know about that. That seemed kind of odd. I'm going to give it to Ertz just because Murray really has no one else to throw to. Obviously, Garoppolo has Ayuk. He has, who's the other guy that he was throwing to? Debo, yep. I don't know why I forgot his name. Kid went off.
Running back, receiver, I don't know. I think it's just George Kittle with Jimmy Garoppolo in a slightly better matchup than he had last week. We'll see. Probably do pretty good.
I think this second part here in the flex is very even. in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen Cooks really do much.
Juju kind of
I
sucks.
also haven't been paying attention to him because he plays for Houston, so
It'll probably be a shootout, so he'll definitely get some targets. Juju is hit or miss. He really hasn't been Juju from Pittsburgh. Probably be good for, yeah. I think I'll go Chris. I think Cooks will do better than Juju. Bills defense versus Chargers. Yeah, no question.
I'm
there.
giving it to the Bills. Are you kidding? I think, like you said before,
Second round pick.
if Chris doesn't have 20 points from the Bills, I'll be surprised.
And then Justin Tucker versus Graham. I mean,
Again,
Tucker's
kickers don't
obviously-
matter, but
he'll
Tucker,
get like
I mean,
8
come
points.
on.
He'll get a lot of extra points, that's for sure. I don't know though. I'm looking at it. I think I'm gonna go Chris on this one.
I'm going Chris on this one as well.
I think do Chris 124, Nick 117. It's pretty close, but
I actually was going to say Chris with like 123, but I was going to give Nick 98.6. I just don't know.
wow.
I don't trust Murray. Last week Murray was negative in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So you never know, but we'll see.
He's playing the Philly, but he's still pretty good. I mean, he'll live up to it. Everybody's healthy. That's good. All right, Louis and Morrison.
Two solid
this
QBs
is
right there.
The best,
so that's
the best matchup I think we'll see this week, high scoring wise. Mahomes and Lamar. I don't know.
Wow,
Passing touchdowns or rushing touchdowns. I think I'm gonna go with Lamar.
against Cincy versus Mahomes
he's
against
gonna
LA.
run
I
it
don't
through.
know. I feel like Pat. I mean, the Raiders.
They'll throw a lot
What
of
are the
touchdowns.
Raiders?
It's
I don't know.
pretty
Maybe
even,
was
man.
it Fernando? Can Fernando tell us what happened to the Raiders?
Fern?
I don't know. I don't know if the Raiders have that in them to stop Mahomes.
No, I don't either. That's why I think Lamar, but he doesn't take his foot off the gas. He's ruthless.
That's true.
Lamar
but
would score 60 points. if
I'm
he
giving
had
it
the
to Louis
chance.
on this.
All right, that's pretty one. Eckler, Chubb versus Henry and Saquon. Jesus,
Barkley's
guys.
literally their only
Mhm.
person, so Barkley
And
should
Green Bay's pretty
theoretically
garbage
do something.
against the rush. Derrick Henry against the Commanders, he's gonna go off. Eckler versus Cleveland, Chubb versus Chargers. I mean, his running backs are going head to head. It'll be interesting. They're both pretty good.
Yeah, these are some solid running
They're
backs.
all gonna go off. I think I'll go Louis for running backs. Henry and Saquon, they got better matchups, and they've both been on fire.
I like
too.
Eckler in this, to be honest with you, but I do think Barkley should put up more numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But Morrison doesn't have bad running backs here, so for me, it's very close. I'm gonna choose Louis in this, but it was very close. It's hard to pick.
Wide receivers, Waddle and Michael Thomas. I don't think Michael Thomas is playing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be starting, buddy.
Keep your eye on that. Put in. Never mind. Look at the waiver wire. I'm sure you could find somebody who will get like 3 catches. Better than 0. You have Keenan. He's hurt.
I mean,
Waddle's good. I guess we'll go Morrison with Ayuk and London just because they're healthy.
mm-hmm.
They're not going to do all that much, but they're better than 1 versus 2. London's pretty good, but Tampa Bay is nice. Ayuk has been consistent. Carolina's not good.
Yeah, I just think that London won't be getting the production because I think the other guy that Morrison has, Pitts, will kind of break out against the Bucks this week.
They're a good linebacker, so their secondary's pretty tough. Pitts hasn't got.
He hasn't really shown much yet, and I think it's time for him, or it's gonna be a bust on him.
It comes down to Marcus Mariota versus 2-glove Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
But Teddy's got the Jets, and the Jets suck, like Borgnis said. Probably Waddle would probably go off, but he's got Tyreek too. Yeah, I'll go with Morrison.
Well, you guys all have a lot of players that play off each other. That's crazy.
Two strategy.
I don't know. It's kind of tough, but I guess with the flex,
Amari Cooper, Jamal Williams, no question. He's even against New England. They got a good defense, but he's Jamal Williams.
Yeah, you have to go Jamal. He's going
Amari
to
hasn't done much either.
A lot.
Dude's a workhorse. Even when
I mean, J.K. Dobbins had a great game on his return against the Patriots a few weeks ago.
Like 3-yard touchdowns though.
It wasn't anything crazy, but being
again.
there and watching it in person, I was pretty
you got to see
surprised
it.
with the way that defense just didn't, they just weren't doing anything. And Jamal's been on fire. I think he's one of the top ones with most touchdowns this year.
He's doing better than Swift was.
Yeah.
Even when he was healthy. Saints, Rams against the Cowboys. Cowboys suck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
kickers. I think I'm gonna give this one to Louis though. I like his running backs too much. I think Waddle against the Jets will be okay. They'll probably have everybody on like Tyreek and Gesicki, so Waddle should be.
I'm kind of torn because I feel like Brian's team looks pretty solid, but
that's what he said on draft night. Now he's 1-3.
That's true.
So I'll call it. I think Louis got this one. I think it's going to be like a really close, high-scoring game, though. I think the running backs are going to go nuts. Louis, say 146 to 144. Close.
146 to 144.
Oh, yeah,
oh God.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
the top four are going to give him like 100.
Brian like 130, 132 maybe to Louis 127. Brian's got this one.
He's going to get like 100 points from his running backs and Mahomes alone. And Waddle, too. So,
We'll see.
yeah, but Louis, be careful. I think Michael Thomas is going to play. I'll just let you know again. Just pick somebody up.
What do we got? We got the
Borgnis versus
Jets
Jason.
suck, which is true. Is it even worth, because Brian's team kind of started off very shaky. I mean, he is at 2-2 like myself, but my team let me down twice. His team just is, I don't know.
Pretty garbage. Jamar Chase has been a dud. So is Cook.
Okay.
Jeff Wilson Jr., I almost had him. You beat me. You had higher priority. It wasn't cool, but I mean, Russell Wilson, everybody on your team is letting you down. Except DK, surprisingly. Geno Smith. You probably should pick him up and go for that stack. Russell's been a wash, especially against the Colts. I mean, they're not great. I think Denver should win, but he's also going against Josh Allen too. So
yeah, Josh Allen automatically like that. It's not even worth going over their quarterbacks in my opinion. Josh Allen wins this one. I would expect him to put up at least 30 points
they're
this
gonna
week.
have a field day against the Steelers.
I would say Wilson could potentially do something, but honestly, he's going against. I think Leonard is supposed to play tonight, but I'm not 100 on that, so don't quote me. Allen all day.
Yeah.
For his running backs, though,
Cook and Wilson.
this is kind of tricky because I think Wilson and Dillon are more of an even matchup, where Cook and Hilaire, I just think Hilaire is going to be better than Cook, and that's a Vikings fan talking. I would have picked up Cook myself,
Hilaire's nasty. Plus, Mahomes just dumps it to him all the time. The checkdowns, it's either Hilaire or Kelsey.
Yeah.
But I do like Borgnis's. I do like Dalvin Cook and Wilson. They have pretty decent matchups. AJ Dillon, the split touches again. I think Aaron Jones is going to go off, so you're not going to see much of Dillon. And Edwards, Hilaire, he'll still do good against the Raiders. They're kind of crappy, but I think I'll give this one to Borgnis. For running backs, wide receivers,
I give it to Debo. Debo and Judy are gonna probably eat.
Yeah.
Personally, I haven't seen Chase do anything. Hopefully, for your sake, Brian, he does something. But
yeah, Debo and Judy are definitely nasty. They're gonna go off this week. But it's the same thing. If Russell does good, Judy's gonna do good. If he doesn't, Judy won't. So it's kind of gonna cancel each other out.
That's
to
true.
A degree.
That's a fair point.
Jamar and DK, they have relatively decent line matchups.
I don't know.
High scoring.
You're saying Jamar will be able to go up against Queen. Queen's actually a pretty solid corner, but it's my personal opinion.
Night game at Baltimore. I mean, maybe, but he's still Jamar
if he wants
Chase
to shine, he's got
this.
This would be the game to show off. Yeah. You got the spotlight, so hopefully
Sunday night.
I'm giving it to Jason on this though, because wide receiver wise, I just think the other two are.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll go with Jason on there. Wide receivers too. Tight end, I mean,
I'm giving it to Brian. I like Andrews, but Hawkinson has been hot.
Yeah, because Amon Ra's on the bench, and against New England could shut down the passing too. And it's
not.
it's Mark Andrews. Dude's an automatic 20 points a game.
We'll see.
So, Jason again, 100%. Go for the flex. Godwin versus Devontae. Tom Brady's gonna be playing with a vengeance. I mean, the divorce, the allegations, divorce lawyers, his wife's.
I don't know.
On him. I mean, he chose 7 rings over 1, so that should speak volumes. But Mike Evans is back, so I mean, Devontae's gonna
ball.
I think so. I think the Eagles are gonna kill the Cardinals too. I'll be honest.
That's why I'm gonna pick that defense as well.
Eagles versus Packers. Yeah, Eagles kickers. It's a wash. So I think Jason's got this. It's at 135 to 127. Still close, but Jason's just gonna kill him.
I'm gonna go with Jason getting like 124, and Borgnis getting 119.
All right, Borgnis. I guess you're used to it at this point, huh?
Yeah, probably is. Takes a lot else.
All right. We have Fern versus Tim.
Old guy.
Fern just not off to a hot start.
Oof. This is a terrible setup here, my
guy.
Just like the Raiders, right?
I'll say it now. I think Tim's going to win. There's just before we even get into the breakdown, Brady's going to throw at least 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Brady on this.
Pissed. Like I was saying before, he's in it to win it now. No woman, no problem. Head's clear. He loves football, not Giselle. Rodgers is okay, too. He's really just let it down. He's really a bust.
I mean, we'll see. He might light it up. It's the Giants, so we'll see.
I'll go with Tim. I think he's got Tom Brady. He's going to be the best quarterback this week. I mean, one of.
I'm giving
Josh, but
Fernando the running backs here. I know you're going to be biased with that Robinson,
Mixon, Fournette, Kareem, and Robinson. Knox. I think Trevor's going to do better, so I think you're going to air it out. I'll agree with you. I'll give him the better.
Brady needs Fournette to do something so that he can air it out more.
He's going to get check downs too. A lot of catches, probably a touchdown or 2. I mean, Kareem Hunt's okay. He's who's the starter? Chubb? Is Chubb hurt?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it was in someone's lineup, right?
James Robinson. Yeah, Morrison's.
Yeah, so no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll go with Fern for the running backs too. I agree with you. Let's
go on to the wide receivers.
First Claypool. Ooh, Fern. First Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill. Nah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Tim's got this with him. Oh, well, Teddy two gloves. So I don't know. So.
Yeah, but it's still.
But you still got Kupp. Those receivers. You're right. You gotta go that way.
30 points. But at least. I mean,
Fern has the tight ends at least.
Yeah. You got Travis Kelce.
So that's something.
Make a statement with himself. He's usually good. I mean, Hollywood Brown. Nah. He hasn't done much either this season. I mean, it's a tough matchup against Philly. I don't think he's got what it takes.
Yeah.
And like I said, Mike Evans, dude, Brady's going off this week. I think. I don't know. I think Tim's
I give it to Evans. Yeah, the flex you gotta
Mike
give
Evans
it to Tim
is
on
a monster. He just coming off the suspension too.
The Colts defense.
I know, but Mike Evans off the suspension, Brady off the divorce. Andy Reid is just.
I think you're kind of going in on something that it's not going to happen, but we'll see. I think they're playing the Falcons, so you kind of expect them to do something, but I don't know if they're going to eat that much, and they don't.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you now. Quote me. Bengals versus Colts. It's both pretty tough.
Pretty trashy matchups. I'm going to go with the Bengals on this just because.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I don't think the Colts are going to do anything. I do think the Broncos win this game, and it's going to be like field goals.
Yeah.
The entire game. It's not going to be touchdowns. So we'll see. We got kickers. We don't really care about them.
Carlson,
But I give it to Carlson just because he was a former Viking that got cut after the first game because we lost. And he's been on fire since.
I'll go Nick Folk, too, because he's playing the Lions, so we'll get points.
Tim's winning this, though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, yeah. Tim, you are going to win 138 to Fern, I think 109.
Honestly, I'll sign off on that. That's actually a pretty good good prediction there.
All right, folks. Thank you for tuning into this half-hour long
Good luck in fantasy this
prediction.
week.
Was happy to substitute. Borgnis, enjoy Italy. I hope you're learning a lot about mineral paints. Vinny, keep trying. You look good as the co-commentator. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening to real football knowledge. All right.
Signing off.
Good luck. You do it.